Hi, I'm Katie Malden. I've been a CC tutor for 4 years. This year I'm moving up to the Challenge A level. But before I move on, I want to share with you something that has really helped me in the past years of tutoring. So part of the new grammar portion of your day is the history sentences, and they're my favorite. They're probably my children's favorite. I have 3 children. And one way that I love to cover these in class was to act them out. And often upon deciding I was going to act out these sentences with my students, I realized I kind of need a picture to show them who that person is or what that place is, what this looks like. So every week I would go home. If I was going to act it out that week, I would need to look for pictures, make a Word document, print it out, put my cardstock in the printer, and it became kind of an ordeal. But I really liked using the pictures. I really liked acting things out with my students. So I have a solution for you if you like to do this too. I made a whole year's worth of images for Cycle 3 for this year, and they're available for download on Teachers Pay Teachers. But first of all, I want to tell you how to make this work in your class. So in class, you'll need to, first of all, point on the board to the sentence for your students. They need to see the words and hear it clearly first. And I highly recommend also having them copy after you each portion, a little portion of the sentence. That's 2 times they're hearing that if they're copying you. Then you could play the song, maybe point with your pointer again and say, okay, now class, we're going to act out the sentence. You'll explain how you're going to act it out really quickly as you say it one more time. And my family has made YouTube videos that you will be able to watch to see each week, how does that sentence look? How can we act it out with these pictures, with props? You can bring in props if you want to use those. So you'll be able to view those. But I want to share a couple of these images with you and explain more why I use images. So often in CC history sentences, there may be a word that even a 5th grader wouldn't have a clue what it means. So I'm hoping that these images are able to explain these words better. And then later at home, the teacher can explain even more what this sentence means. But for example, we have one of the sentences says, colonists disguised as Mohawks. So a lot of kids believe a Mohawk is the hairdo. So we have here an image of a Mohawk Native American that they would hold up for that part. That sentence, we have a picture of colonists, and then another student would slide this in front of the colonists to show the colonists disguised as Mohawks. So there are lots of examples like that these images may be able to help your students. This is Right to a Speedy Trial. When you get to Bill of Rights, it's really hard to understand what the Bill of Rights mean. So I have a picture of each one as best we can do using one picture for one term. What does that mean? So I also recommend using some maps. You can use your CC maps that are provided for your class, but you could also just print them out. That way you can go ahead and mark them for your history sentence. Some need a map, some mention a place on the globe, and some don't. So if it does, I would highly recommend using maps and circle. That way the child gets in their head, oh yeah, we learned that place in geography, or I know where that is. And they'll be able to relate geography to history better that way too. So I highly encourage using this technique. I loved using sign language, but I could tell a lot of my students really didn't. It was also something I needed to memorize on top of memorizing the song. This is a little more, it just comes naturally. You can watch our videos and I think you'd have it picked up pretty quickly, how you want your students to act it out that week. It's going to really help not only your active students, give them a chance to get up in front of the class and move around, be out of their seats some more, but also your shy students, it gives them a chance to be in front of an audience one more time in class besides just their presentation time. So please look at these as like extra timeline cards. They're, our timeline cards are small. I like that these are bigger, and you can use them at home for your students to practice. See if you can get these in order. You can do it that way in class too. See if you can put these in order for where we mention them in the song. They're going to practice their songs that way. And then for Memory Master, use these as one more tool to help your students get ready for Memory Master if they're going to do that. So share this with your families and your class, with your communities, and I hope you will check them out. They're on Teachers Pay Teachers. Check out our YouTube videos. And thanks for listening today.